Hey everyone, welcome to Micro Adventures. I'm Ellie. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to get it freaking done. A full body workout on deck. We're gonna use some hand weights. I've got wrist weights on. If you're looking for a little bit lighter, more gentle movement today, I'd suggest wrist weights. If you're looking for something a little bit more intense, I'd say pick up anywhere from 1 to like 8 pounds. Right? But you know your body best, so grab some weights, get your hair pulled up, get your water bottle, get your sweat towel, make some space, and let's get this thing going. We are going to begin in and around the world. So go ahead and have a seat on your back platform. Pull the carriage to you. Toes can tuck under a strap or heels can hook into the carriage rail. Grab your weights or wrist weights. From here, we'll begin with the arms extended out at heart center. Chest is lifted, collarbones broad. Anchor through the core. So really strong through the core, really long through the spine. From here, we're gonna go ahead and open the right arm out to the right. We're gonna tap that weight down to the floor. Lift up, come back through center. So maybe squeeze the knees together here so that you are not rotating at the hips whatsoever. Knees don't move, but we're rotating through the waistline. So we'll take this side to side, right to left. If you'd like to add on, as you open the arm out to the side, you can send the legs forward, tap, and then draw the knees back to heart center as that arm comes back around. Right, so out to the side, legs can lengthen forward, little tap. Right, the upper body isn't really moving, we're just rotating at the waistline. And you've got just a little bit of this like hinge back, so you feel this catch right up and down your six pack. Be mindful in your movements, really slow, really controlled. We're just getting things warmed up. Right? If the extension through the legs starts to creep into the hip flexors, stop the movement with the legs. Maybe take a little reset, hands behind the thighs. Squeeze the abs, squeeze the glutes below you so you feel your hip flexors kind of let go, and then arms can float back out again. In 4, we're gonna bring the arms out to heart center. In 3, 2, hands come to heart center, hold. We're gonna do a super crunch with a narrow press. So send the legs forward. You're gonna send the arms out away from you. Bend the knees, bend the elbows back in, weights come to the chest. So you've got this little bit of a hinge back, upper body again staying stationary. Squeeze through the lower part of the abdomen as the knees come in. So really feel this deep and low in the belly, right? Bend at the elbows, weights come to the chest, and you're kind of extending those arms up and out away from you at like a 45-degree angle. Keep going just like that. You're about halfway through this one, right? A lot of tension here through the core. So make sure you're keeping length in the spine, right? And you don't want to feel the hip flexors working because that means the abs are no longer really doing the work, okay? So any point you need, hands behind the thighs, little reset. In 4, isometric hold. In 3, 2, I want you to hold wherever you feel challenged. So maybe the weights are at the heart, maybe they're extended away from you. 10 seconds, we're going giant wheelbarrow. Knees replace your glutes on the platform, hands to the carriage. In 3, 2, giant wheelbarrow, and 1. Hands come to the carriage, knees to your back platform. Find that kneeling plank. Okay, if you're ready to go into wheelbarrow, go into it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna talk you through a couple setup things. Thumbs pointed forward on those rails, knuckles wrapped to the floor. Push down through the heels of the hands, lifting the space between the shoulder blades towards the sky. Shoulders away from the ears, neck is long, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your glutes. Slowly send the arms forward. Feel that tension and that catch in your abs. Use your abs and your lats to slide the hands back in. Right, so when you set yourself up, really good form, right, that very first wheelbarrow, you might start to feel the shake, right, because we are working against the spring tension, so your abs are like working so hard to pull that carriage back towards you. Really important as you do this one, listen y'all, you cannot let your shoulders drift towards your ears, okay? The shoulders have to stay plugged onto the body. I don't care how big the giant wheelbarrow is, I care that your form is really strong. If you have a mirror that you can use, a phone, anything to check that the alignment of the spine is from the crown of the head through the knees really long. In 4, hold the plank. In 3, 2, hold the plank. We're gonna send the arms forward an inch, slide back in an inch. A little forward 1 inch, back in an inch. You're here for 4. We're coming up to the toes in 3, in 2, and 1. Hands stay up to the toes. Get there quick. From here, we won't be here long. Giant bear. Bend through the knees, scoop through the low belly. Hips level with the shoulders. Eye gaze stays neutral. Lengthen back out. Squeeze the thighs together. Scoop through the low belly. And I promised you we wouldn't be here long. I wasn't lying. You have just 15 more seconds. We're headed up front. You've got a plank to pike, hands to the front platform, toes to the carriage. In 3, 2, how quick can you get there? Plank to pike, hands to the front platform, toes to the carriage. Boom, boom, boom. Pike the hips up. Slow and controlled, lengthen back out. Lock your chest over your front platform. Set your ears away from your shoulders. Activate this movement by drawing your belly button towards your spine. Heels stay lifted, nice and high. So if the weight is sinking into the heels, you can definitely bet that the weight and tension is coming out of the core and you're kind of dropping down through the heels, right? So let's keep the tension in the abs. In 4, hold your plank. In 3, 2, hold your plank, last 15 seconds. We're going 1 red spring, runner's lunge, left foot forward, grab your weights. In 3, 2, 1, let's change our springs. 1 red spring, left foot forward to your front platform or the floor. Right toes tucked to the carriage. So start here by sending the carriage out a little bit and then hands to hips, bend through the knees, drop it down nice and low. So check in here, left knee over left heel. Your left heel is on a solid surface. Right heel is lifted, right knee is dipping low. You've got a little hinge forward from the hips. Now with your weights, we're gonna go serve the platter as the right leg extends back behind you. And then we're gonna bend the elbows in towards the rib cage as the right knee comes in beneath the hip. So if at any point using the weights is a bit too much, just go ahead and ditch them. Now what's gonna tend to happen on this one is your left glute is gonna wanna shift over to the left. So think about wrapping your outer left glute in towards the midline of your body and really sinking the left glute down and back to the carriage below you. This is an isometric hold on your left leg, right? A lot of tension in the right as well, but the focus is this left leg, and how you get this left leg to really fire is with the hinge forward from the hips that loads more body weight down through the left leg. And then you can actively turn on that leg as well just by pressing your heel down into the surface below you. Deep breaths here, big inhales, full exhales, and then just really focus in on how slow you can go. Okay, so making this kind of like this moving meditation. Deep breaths, slow movement. Awesome work here. In 4, we're gonna take the right knee under the hip and hold. In 3, 2, bring the right knee in underneath the hip and hold. Go ahead and lower your weights beside you, palms face in. I want you to sink down through your lowest point. You're gonna freeze your left leg. Drive through left heel. You're gonna find a hammer curl as you lift up out of this lunge. So we're going right into a split squat. So sink down, arms extend down, drop it down low. Drive through left heel, hammer curl on the way up. So if you have heavier weights, this might be the place where you wanna pick them up. Your right leg's working really hard to stabilize the carriage here. Whew. And this is really about that left glute. So make sure left heel has a solid surface beneath it. Right, elbows are staying stationary in space, so slightly in front of the rib cage. They're not drifting back or forward. The more stable you keep the elbows, as if there's a wall behind them, the more you're gonna feel the biceps fire. Good, I've already got this big, giant tremor going in my right leg. Hopefully something is starting to quiver or shake for you as well. Great job, friends. Let's go just 25 seconds here. Okay, one little variation, and then we're just gonna make a little pivot into our next move. So bring it down into your split squat hold, bring the arms to 90, hold, pulse the hips down as you find a tiny hammer curl up. Big squeeze, as low as you can get, right heel lifted high, you have 5 seconds. Pivot into skating, left foot stays in 3, 2, 1. Pivot your feet over to the right. Sit your glutes down and back. We're gonna go right into skating with a chest opener. So freeze the left leg. You look like you're like halfway, maybe 2/3 of the way into a squat. Palms face back, strong through the core. You're sweeping the arms back behind you. And this is gonna be a little bigger than chest opener. You can actually bring the arms forward, let them drift in front of the hips, and then big sweep back as the right leg extends. Left glute should definitely be talking to you at this point, okay? So this isometric hold on the left side means our left leg is sort of resisting all of the movement of the right leg. So the slower you go with the right leg, the more stable you keep the rest of your body, the more you're gonna feel this. See if we can sit those glutes back just a little further. Knit the front of the ribs together, recommit to your core. 25 seconds to go. Focus and recommit to the move. This next one, let's send it out, hold. Strong through the core, strong through the glutes. You're gonna press the palms up as you sink the glutes down and back an inch. Little pulses, 10 seconds. Stay with me. We're going to squats with an overhead press. Little lower, you've got 4, 3, 2. Allow the carriage to come in just outside the hips. Weights are gonna come to your shoulders. Sit your glutes down and back. So body weight is even in both legs. I want you to work both legs evenly. Drive through the heels, squeeze your glutes, extend the arms up overhead. Good, can you send the carriage out maybe half an inch further? Weights come to the shoulders, hips drop back, strong through the core. Squeeze the glutes, little flare of the knees out, so really fire up the outer edges of the glutes, arms up. Bend the weights, elbows to the shoulders. Now you can rest your weights on your shoulders. If you're looking for an extra challenge, float the weights over the shoulders. Go right into that narrow shoulder press. Right, so many levels here. If you're not using weights, right, you're just doing this motion with the arms. You're flexing and squeezing the arms and imagining that you are using weights. Okay, so the power of the mind is absolutely incredible in terms of being able to turn on your muscles. Runner's lunge, right foot forward on deck. Okay, no pulses, no holds here. We're just gonna step the right foot forward, left foot back in 3, 2, and 1. From here, right foot front platform, left toes tucked to the carriage. Square your hips and shoulders forward. Bring your weights to your hips to start. Okay, so bend through both knees, sink it on down nice and low. Make sure your right heel is pressing into a solid surface. Left heel is lifted, left knee drops low. Little hinge forward from the hip creases, strong core. Arms out in front of you, palms facing up, right? If you've got those weights, pick them up. From here, we'll go right into our runner's lunge with a serve the platter. So, as best you can, trying to get the feet hip width apart. I have my foot on my front platform today, but typically I do this move with my foot on the floor, right? So just know that that is another option available to you, and it might be a more comfortable foot placement as well, right? So just keep in mind you do have options here. Make sure your right knee is not moving at all. Check in with the outer right glute. Make sure it's not jutting out to the right. Okay, and sync up this movement with the arms, with the legs. If you're starting to feel any tension in your lower back, right, that means it's a really good time to stop the movement with the arms to recommit to your core, or really good time to set the weights down. Slow, deep breaths. Okay, think about this as your moving meditation. Right, and be here. Right, it's really, really challenging. This is a full body move, but if we're gonna be here, let's be here fully. Like fully show up with everything you've got today. Doesn't mean this needs to be your best workout ever, right? But if you're here, you're gonna give it what you got today. 10 seconds to go. We're gonna move into our split squat variation. Left knee under the hip, palms stay forward in 3, 2, left knee under the hip. Go ahead and lower your arms down towards the floor, palms facing forward. Now sink down as low as you can, and then drive through right heel, squeeze the glutes, bicep curl on the way up. So palms facing forward this time, right? And I'll just be transparent with you, right? Using these wrist weights, it's not gonna be super heavy for me to do a bicep curl. So what I'm really doing instead is focusing on flexing and squeezing my biceps, right? So that I'm getting this extra resistance using my mind, right? And the power of the mind is fucking incredible, y'all. If you don't know, like, the power of the mind is amazing, right? You can use your mind to squeeze your muscles and those muscles will be like as sore as if you're lifting 20-pound weights, okay? So keep that in mind. Try to keep the carriage nice and steady. You're just under 30 seconds to go here. Wrap the outer right glute back. Left heel lifts a little higher. We're gonna bring it down and hold in 3, 2, arms bent to 90. Bend the knees as much as you can. Little hinge forward. Little pulse of the biceps, little pulse of the knees down. Sink a little lower, 10 seconds. Quarter turn to your left. We're going skating with a tricep kickback. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, quarter turn to the left. Sit down into your squat-like position. Row the elbows back, slide the shoulders away from the ears. As the left leg skates out, the arms are gonna extend back, tricep kickback. So, I typically do my tricep kickbacks with my palms facing in. So today, I'm gonna do it with my palms facing forward. Right, mix it up. How do you normally do it? Right, what did you naturally go into? Try flipping the palms forward, back, or even in to face one another. Just do something a little different than what you normally do. This is just gonna hit your triceps at a slightly different angle, perhaps offering you just a little bit more engagement in that muscle, a little bit more intensity today. Right leg is the focus. Seal down the outer edge of the right foot. Slide your shoulder blades away from your ears. Really push the right foot down into the surface below you, right? And then try to keep the rest of the body really still. Only thing moving are the arms extending back for that tricep kickback and the left leg sliding out. Great work here. Awesome, awesome job. We're gonna stay in this move for another 15 seconds. And you've got your little bit of finisher. In 4, send it out and hold. In 3, 2, send it out and hold. Little press of the palms up with straight arms. Squeeze the triceps, sink the hips back. Little pulses, 10 seconds. We are going squats with a reverse fly. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, resist the carriage in so it's slightly wider than the hips. Get your body weight even between both legs. Arms and weights are out in front of you. Sit your glutes down and back. Little hinge forward from the hips. Soft bend in the elbows. And you're gonna do 1 reverse fly at the bottom of your squat. Control the arms on the way down. Drive through your heels. Squeeze your glutes as you lift up. So again, take it down, nice and slow. Keep facing whatever direction you're facing. I'm just turning to face y'all. 1 reverse fly at the bottom. So you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. Drive through the heels, squeeze up. This is where we're gonna finish out our leg series. So really take your time. Maybe you can send the carriage out 1/2 inch further. Oh my word. Don't let the knees knock in. Whew. That is it, my friends. That is literally everything. Everything is working. Everything is feeling it. All right, hopefully you're starting to get into those little tremors, those little shakes, right? And I haven't even been doing this whole class with you because I'm coaching you, right? And my body is like, oh, hello, feeling it. All right, so let's get there. If you're not feeling it, send the carriage out a little further. Go even slower. Slower than that. Slower. Slower. Pause. Pause where you feel the muscles working the most and squeeze those muscles with your mind, right? Get those little suckers turned on. That's what we're here for. You have 2 moves left in class. Take it down, hold this squat. Let's just go reverse flies. Hold your squat, sit your hips back a little more, stronger through the core. Final 10 seconds here. We are going reverse mega wheelbarrow with a push-up. Knees to your front platform, hands to your carriage. In 3, 2, 1. So both knees to the front platform, hands to your carriage. Actually, knees to the floor in front of your front platform. Sorry, I misspoke. Knees to the floor in front of the front platform. Hands to the carriage. From here, you're set up in wheelbarrow. Really super, super slow. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core, send the arms forward. Now here's what you're gonna do. Resist the carriage in. Really focus on squeezing your abs tight. Okay, so if the carriage feels a little too heavy, walk your hands forward, right? That will make things a little bit more challenging here. And if the carriage doesn't feel supportive enough, hands on the inside edge of your carriage will give you a little bit more support. So like I said, second to last thing we're doing here, let's start to layer in a little push-up here. So every time the hands are beneath the shoulders, strong through the core, lower through the chest, keep your eye gaze slightly forward, neck is neutral. So one mega wheelbarrow, one push-up. Awesome job, friends. You've got 15 seconds to go here. The last thing we're gonna do together is a 30-second plank hold. Okay, I'm gonna keep my hands probably at the back edge of the carriage, and I'm gonna tuck my toes back behind me on the floor. Let's meet in our plank hold in 3, 2, 1. Hands to the carriage, up to the toes. You can modify how much resistance you have in this plank. So as you walk your hands forward on the carriage, you're gonna get less support. Squeeze your glutes, lift through the abs, strong core, hold your body strong and straight in this plank. Final 15 seconds of your workout, 15 seconds of class. Yes, you freaking can. Stay here right now with me, be in it. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, child's pose. Whew. Sit your hips to your heels. You can do this on top of the machine, walking the hands forward. Right, or option to come to the floor beside your machine. Wherever you're at, start to deepen and lengthen your breath. Right, bringing in all those cues that start to calm our nervous system. Good, let's walk our hands in towards us. Let's go ahead and all come up to standing. Okay, and what we're gonna do here, take your right foot, cross it over your left foot. Take your right arm up overhead, left hand captures the right wrist, and then up and over. So a little bit of a side body stretch, also a little bit of a stretch into the IT band. Come up through center, lower the hands. Let's uncross, take the left leg, cross it over the right, left arm up, right hand captures that wrist, side body stretch up and over. The more you bump your hips to the side, the more you're gonna feel this in the IT band. Come back through center. Separate the feet hip width apart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, circle, sweep, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Awesome, awesome job. Thank you so, so much for being here. Thank you for making it all the way through this class, for pushing yourself. You should be so, so proud of yourself. I hope to see you back in class real soon. Take care till then.